Tim Cushman, musician, entrepreneur, restaurateur, master of improvisation, culinary rock star. Tim, growing up in Millis, Massachusetts, it seemed unlikely that a 1950s suburbia would be the training ground for a celebrated 2018 restaurateur. But growing up on the banks of the Charles River, learning to fish and hunt, and make homemade meals that were in fact farm to table, long before the saying ever meant anything else, proved to be the ideal genesis for your culinary inspiration. You found harmony in your surroundings. It was this harmony and a love of the Beatles and Led Zeppelin that would lead you down a path to music and Berklee. Tim, you have always been a man of vision. As a guitarist at Berklee, you discovered what it meant to play inside versus outside, and you discovered the art of improvisation. When you moved to Los Angeles for music, you took on a side job working in a restaurant, where you quickly discovered your connection between the harmonies of music and the harmonies of flavor. Over the next 30 years, you would build a culinary brand known for everything from Mexican ceviche to Japanese omakase. In 2007, you would take the leap and open your first restaurant, Oh Ya. Jumping into the restaurant scene, you and Oh Ya would be chosen as Best New Chef by Food and Wine the following year. Oh Ya would later be recognized by Bon Appetit and Details magazine as one of the top 10 sushi restaurants in the United States, and named by Food and Wine as one of the top 10 new restaurants in the world. Learning to work in music, you found that building a restaurant is not that different from building an album. Both require talent, but you must also conjure the right team of specialists dedicated to excellence and locked in on the common goal. Tim, your passion and strict attention to every detail in the restaurant did not go unnoticed by your peers. In 2011, you were nominated for the James Beard Award, one of the highest awards given in the restaurant industry. You would later win your first James Beard Award in 2012. Today, your vision for culinary improvisation has grown to include 4 restaurants: Oh Ya New York and Oh Ya Boston, Hojoko Japanese Tavern, and Roof at Park South. Tim Cushman, for your passion and professionalism for food and the arts, for your mastery in translating musical art into culinary masterpieces, and for your dedication to excellence both behind an instrument and behind the kitchen. We recognize your achievements.
Hello, my name is Ben Hogue. I'm an associate professor in the Electronic Production and Design department here at Berklee, and it's a great honor to present this next award. I've often heard of the James Beard Awards as being described as the Oscars of the food world, but I prefer to think of them as the Grammys. And so being declared one of the best chefs in America in 2012 is probably something akin to Album of the Year. Tim Cushman opened the innovative Japanese restaurant Oh Ya in Boston in 2007, and in 2008 it was named one of the best new restaurant in America by New York Times restaurant critic Frank Bruni. And if you haven't been yet, it's an amazing multi-sensory experience. The 20-course grand omakase tasting menu is really nothing short of symphonic in scope, in scale and inventiveness and imagination. And the awards have continued to flow in from publications as the restaurant empire has grown. We're, of course, sitting not too far away from Hojoko, which is just over near Fenway Park. And Tim is joined in these endeavors by his wife, Nancy, and she manages the sake scene over at the restaurants. And it's been rewarding for me to, as a sort of a beginner on my sake journey, to be able to learn about sake over there. You can actually do sake bingo. So you can see I've got a little bit of work left to do. But I had a chance to hear Tim chatting about his approach to developing new dishes and menus at Hojoko at an industry event about a year ago. And it was fascinating for me to hear the way that he described dishes in sort of musical terms, thinking about contrast and harmony and balance and counterpoint. Very much the vocabulary of Berklee jazz and classical guitar major. These comments were particularly inspiring to me as I've been exploring the intersection of music and gastronomy over the last couple of years. And I've actually been teaching a class here at Berklee on music and food. So that explores the aesthetic and technological and psychological aspects of pairing music with a meal. So I don't expect that students in this class are necessarily going to go out and work with chefs necessarily, although they would be well prepared to do so. But what I really want to focus on in these classes is the idea of finding new ways to apply the musical skills that they're learning here at Berklee, skills like improvisation and collaboration and listening to other people. And so I think in that regard, Chef Tim Cushman is a wonderful role model for our students to take what he's learned at Berklee and find new and unexpected ways to apply it in the industry, as he has become one of the most acclaimed chefs in the country. So it is my great honor to present the Distinguished Alumni Award to Chef Tim Cushman.